I used to be an employee at Method CRM, building custom solutions for businesses. This is what they taught me on the standard practices for building a screen in Method. Let's go. So right away, when you enter the Screen Designer, it defaults to just one section. Think of this as kind of components or parts of your screen. So let's go ahead and let's add in another section. This is just a container. So we're going to rename this sec header, okay? And we're going to add 3 more sections. Okay, we're going to rename this sec main, sec footer, and sec hidden. You should always have these 4 sections at least on your screen when you first create it. Now for your sec header, you want to go ahead, you want to add padding across all of your sections. So right now it only defaults to left and right. You want to also add 1 times padding to top and bottom. Okay. Then you want to go ahead and build your header. So what do? You're going to add another section here. You're going to add a column. You're going to go ahead and you're going to add an icon. Okay. In your icon, you're going to go ahead and you're just going to choose any icon. For right now, I'm going to choose a star. All right. My icon, I'm going to put for the size, I'm going to put 4x large. All right. Then we're going to go in here and we're going to collapse this as small as possible. And then we're going to, the neighboring column, cell, we're just going to do a left arrow on the cell alignment. And then we're going to add a left padding of 1 times. All right. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to add a text label. We're going to change this text label to title and we're going to title it. So for me, I'm basing the screen off of different types of food. So I'm going to say food types. Okay, you can call it whatever you'd like. I'm going to go ahead and add another label here. And in this label, I'm going to label it back. This is going to be our back button. And for the button icon, I'm going to choose chevron. And then for the icon color, I'm going to choose primary. Then I'm going to enter our screen designer or action editor, and I'm going to choose the go to screen action. Click back. And I'm going to comment. Always comment your actions. I'm going to say go back. All right. Now at the bottom of the cell, I'm also going to add padding of 2 times. All right. Now I'm going to hit save. For this header section, I'm also going to add a bottom border. So the bottom border, I'm going to do 1 px or 1 pixel. And I'm going to choose navigation. And I'm going to do solid. All right. Now if we hit save, let's go ahead and take a look at this. So this is my custom app. I'm just going to go ahead and enter it. This is what it looks like. Great. So we got the header accomplished. Let's go back to our screen designer. And let's go ahead and let's add a column here. And let's go ahead and add a section within our column. Now, this is always best practice because think of your screen as comprised of sections or basically containers. For each function of your screen or each, unique area of your screen, you want to compartmentalize them and put them in containers. So for here, I'm going to add in a grid. And the grid is going to show all the different types of foods that we currently have saved in Method. So I'm going to call this sec food grid. All right. You can name it whatever you'd like, but we always put SAC lowercase just as a best practice for nomenclature to keep it consistent, as you can see. And then I'm going to remove the padding here, and I'm just going to add a grid. Okay, so I'm going to put in an editable grid here, and I'm going to label my grid food types. And then I'm going to go into my grid builder, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hide the record ID. And then for type of food, I'm just going to put in type. All right. For styling, we're going to remove show sorting. We're going to hide the view selector. We're going to keep the show delete row button. But then I want to say add food. Add food. 1. And I'm going to just leave this to 5. I'll put 10 records per page. Okay. That's it. So now we have our grid. And for this grid, I'm going to actually put it at, let's do that 30% because it's only one column. Now, if you had more columns in your grid, you definitely want to expand this so that it's not squished. But because there's only one column for my grid, I'm keeping it at 30%. So now let's take a look at this. Okay, it's coming together. So there we go. We got our food types. We got spaghetti, pizza, chicken nuggets, lasagna, hot dogs, fried chicken, and I can go ahead and add my type of food. But we're not done yet. We still need to add our footer. Let's go ahead and do that. So for our footer, we're going to go ahead and we're going to add a top border of 1 pixel. We're going to do navigation again, and we're going to do solid. Then in here, what we want to do is we want to add a button. Oh, wrong container. And for our button, we're going to put this on the right-hand side. We're going to say save. All right. And the background color for our button is just going to be primary. Okay. It's going to give a nice blue color. And the action we're going to do is save all. Okay. Now, one thing you also want to do, which I forgot to put in the header, is you also want to add a text label in the header for the right side. Move the cell alignment to the top right corner and add a save text label, not a button, here. And the icon you're going to use is save. The icon color is primary. And you're going to call the save button. You're not going to also add another action. The reason why I'm doing this is because you don't want to have to manage 2 different save buttons. You just want to be able to manage one and have the other save button call the other. Save. All right. Let's see how that looks. There we go. It's coming together. Now, this is a very simple, basic screen, but I wanted to show this to you just to show you how you can quickly draft up a basic screen that contains all the components that you need just to start off your screen. Follow this template. This is going to be a great starting point for you, and making sure that the design is consistent across all screens in Method. Now, finally, what I wanted to show to you is also you can have a button section for your mobile buttons. So you can say set button mobile. That should probably be plural. So buttons mobile. And let's just move this up. Section move up. And you probably want to have a save button for if you want to access the screen on mobile. You don't want to have a small save button. You want a save button that's going to span the entire screen of your phone. So for your width, you're going to show full. And then you're going to go ahead and you're going to call save here again. Okay, say call save. All right. And then in here, what you want to do is you want to hide this section because you don't want to appear when you're on desktop. But then how do you make it appear when you're on mobile? So you're going to go into your screen actions, focus, and then you're going to do conditional. And then you're going to say browser window size. I like to say contains mobile. So if mobile, right, we're going to show our mobile section and we're going to hide our footer. Okay. Show mobile buttons. And then we want to copy this and we want to put this also in the else condition for when you're on desktop. And you're just going to flip these around. And we're going to say show desktop buttons in brackets footer. That's it. Now, if we go ahead and we put this to the test, let's go ahead and just look at this. So right now, as you can see, I'm on desktop. If I go ahead and I just inspect and I refresh my screen so it loads a mobile, let's see how it's going to look. There we go. That's much better. So as you can see now, we just have one save button that spans across the entire screen. Now, for your grids, you can also, if you wanted to, make this span the entire screen of mobile. All you have to do is you can go back into your screen designer and just change that percentage of your grid, right? you can change it just to span the entire screen like this. So we're just going to remove this column right here. All right. And we're just going to remove this. And you don't even have to put anything. It's just automatically going to default to span the entire screen. And this way, it's just more mobile responsive. So if you want your screens to be both mobile and desktop, this is the better way to do it. Now, to conclude this video, one last thing that I wanted to add, which I really won't display much here, is the sec hidden. Why do I have the sec hidden here? This sec hidden is going to contain all your functions. So your screens are going to have functions on it, and you don't want those functions to appear. So you're going to have a dedicated section that's going to carry these functions. So maybe you have a FNC batch update food button, for example. Okay, that's going to be a function that you don't want to have appear on screen. You just want to hidden in the background, but then you want to build this function and be able to call this function from your save button, for example. So it's always good to have a dedicated hidden section to carry all your functions so that your screen is organized. I hope this video provides you value and teaches you how to customize quicker in Method CRM and a little bit more standardized. If you really enjoyed this video and it gave you a lot of value, I'd really appreciate a like and subscribe down below. Feel free to leave a comment. If you ever want to get on a call, the link to my website as well as my email address is available down below as well. Other than that, I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace!